All right, well, nothing like a Grammy win to ring in 10 years. Renowned conductor Teddy Abrams is marking 10 years with the Louisville Orchestra, and it's no surprise he'll celebrate with a special concert. And I am joined by Teddy Abrams right now to tell us all about what's being called Beethoven's 9th and Teddy's 10th. I love this. 10 years to celebrate.
That's right.
Okay, first of all, I have to say, when we got the press release, it said the Grammy-winning Louisville Orchestra. Are you still kind of in a dream like from that right now, or has it kind of worn off a little bit?
Well, it's still very exciting. I
Yeah.
think a Grammy is something that you get to keep for life.
Yeah.
Right? Now, forever, we're the Grammy-winning Louisville Orchestra, which
It's
we could not
amazing.
say before.
Right.
We had about 180 albums that we put out, but this was the first Grammy, so it was about time.
Well deserved.
Yeah, yes, but we're very, very proud on behalf of the orchestra and, of course, on behalf of the whole city, because this really is an award for everyone in Louisville.
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody is so proud, that's for sure. And so tell us about this concert that's coming up.
So this is going to be on April 18th.
Okay.
And it's hard to believe, but it's been 10 years now that I've been in Louisville, and we are going to be playing Beethoven's 9th Symphony. And this is the very, very famous symphony that he wrote. It's his final symphony that has the Ode to Joy in it, for those of you that were wondering. This is the one that has it's one of the most famous sets of notes in all of music, and it comes in the last movement of this piece. It comes at the end. And this was a groundbreaking piece when Beethoven wrote it 200 years ago, because no one had ever composed a symphony on this scale before, with this many musicians on stage, a full chorus, singers as soloists. It's a huge piece of music. It was 3 or 4 times longer than any other symphony that had ever been composed until that point. And people were so blown away. And by the way, Beethoven was totally deaf when it was composed and premiered. In fact, famously, he was conducting along, and there was a second conductor who was really conducting. Beethoven didn't even realize the piece had finished. He was still conducting along. I mean, it must have been a spectacle. But ever since that moment when it was premiered, people have thought of this piece as a giant symbol. It's a symbol of humanity and peace and what human beings can accomplish with all of their creative powers. And that's why we chose to perform this for our 10th anniversary celebration, because it's just one of the greatest pieces of music ever conceived.
It's going to be so exciting. Real quick, 10 years here. You're known for being so creative and innovative. What's one of the memories, something you hold dear, that you brought to Louisville since you've been here in 10 years?
Well, it's almost impossible to condense it down, but just a couple of them. I mean, even in the last year alone, between winning a Grammy and putting out an album on Deutsche Grammophon, the famous classical label, but going to Mammoth Cave with Yo-Yo Ma for a world premiere of a piece that I wrote, touring the state of Kentucky. Now, the last 2 years, we've been in every single part of Kentucky as a collaboration with the Kentucky General Assembly. The program that we call the Louisville Orchestra Creators Corps, 3 full-time composers working for the Louisville Orchestra. No other orchestra has that in the entire world. So it's just one thing after another. And those are all programs that have been started just in the last couple of years.
Wow.
And just you think about 10 years with this orchestra, we went from having a lot of work to do, let's just put it like that, to international recognition for being one of the most creative orchestras in the country.
Well, I tell you, you're making us all proud. Thank you so much for being here. We want to tell people how they can get those tickets. So the show is Thursday, April 18th at 8 p.m. at Whitney Hall in the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts. And you can find tickets at LouisvilleOrchestra.org. So go get those. Thank you so much, Teddy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate it.